Okay, we are unmuted. What's up, guys? Welcome to Wired Wednesdays. Look at that. Just like the old days, right, Dave?
Yeah. We're gonna make it interesting
But-
every time we have a live show. So
Exactly.
That's all.
So, welcome to Wired Wednesdays. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the markets and NVIDIA and everything else that's fun. I do have a different tracksuit on today in case Automatic Beats is going to ask. Do have that. So, I guess, Dave, what's going on, Dave, since last Wired Wednesdays?
not much.
You got lucky on your shirt. So, what are you lucky for?
Lucky I'm not out of business.
And markets have been a little bit quiet, haven't
Yeah.
they? You know what's crazy though?
I definitely wanted to mention something because I know Hawk was waiting for this. So go to GPUcables.com and take a look at my new SATA cables on my website. Yeah. So I know Hawk was waiting for that. So just wanted to do that plug right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically it. I was just it took about a couple of weeks to get the SATA cables on the website, and it's been a little slow because obviously the market we're going up, right? But there's not a whole bunch going on right now, right? But
Yeah.
I guess we'll get into it, but it's just like it's kind of a waiting game. I think everybody's waiting and holding right now a little bit, and they're trying to assess the situation of what's going on right now in the market. That's how I feel.
I think the market's booming. I mean, Bitcoin was at 70,000, 71,000 yesterday, I think, or was that Monday? I'm not sure, but I mean, it's teeter-tottering right on 70K again. But usually, right. I mean, in my experience, at least, whenever Bitcoin and ETH jump, which I'm guessing ETH really had a rally, right? I can switch over to that. But well, was that all news on the ETF, I guess, for ETH?
Yeah.
But usually altcoins like follow it, right? It always seems like tons of money gets dumped into the markets, and sometimes even pulled from alts. And then once Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of sit for a little bit, then it kind of transfers back. Like the wave kind of goes back and forth, you know? That's where, at least what I experienced, right?
Yeah.
But let me get back in the chat here. Garbage Music, thank you, Witness 101, for the contribution there. Automatic Beats, Visting here, gonna be fired. Thanks, man. I wore the new tracksuit for you. I actually have my other jacket here. I was about to wear it. Crypto Craig, what's going on? Does Adidas sponsor you with the suits? Not yet. That's how I'm going to answer that one.
Soon.
Hawk Crypto fraud. I don't know what you mean by that, Mike.
Maybe his picture.
Are you committing fraud? What are you doing, Mike, over there? Crypto Craig, as always, what's going on, man? Thank you for watching. Geek of All Trades sold about 20% of holdings this week. After the pump, or is it like prior to the pump? I guess that's always like the joke, right? Like if you sell, it's going to go up. If you hold it, it's going to go down. That's really how it always is. But it is crazy to see ETH pump like this. I did see something earlier today that Solana is like next on the line for ETFs and stuff. So they should do like group ETFs rather than individual coins, I think. You know, like kind of like, you know how there's ETFs out there like large cap stocks, mid cap, small cap, and like it gets more and more risky. They should have like, ETFs like that. Maybe they probably will down the line, right? Maybe an ETF that combines, ETH, Bitcoin, and Solana in one. Who knows? Mr. Goat sold it and went up. You're welcome. Thanks, Goat. Someone's got to sacrifice it, right? That's why whenever I hear other people selling, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll hold for a little bit. And I do it both ways. If I ever sell, I let people know too because it's about to skyrocket. So, Batter Ace, what's up, bro? So, yeah, it has been exciting, but I feel like this will flow back to the alts. I've seen some of the other alts kind of not pump, but you could tell that some more money is going into it, right?
Yeah.
And I think the overall markets are more money's going into the markets. It's not just flowing from one to another, but we will see. Took one for the team. Yeah. Thank you, Goat. Thank you. But yeah, it's been a fun week. Ethereum's up. Bitcoin is I mean, both just, I mean, you can see the charts here for the last 7 days, just nuts. Month chart is up. Year chart is going to be very up. Also, another one that's been crazy, that's kind of been following this stuff is I don't know if anyone's been watching the stocks, but NVIDIA today just absolutely killed it. I was actually talking with Mike on this the other day, Hot Crypto, and kind of mentioned that, we were just talking about like different tech stocks, and NVIDIA got brought up, and I was like going through it and stuff, and NVIDIA actually I think is still undervalued, which I know is crazy, right? It's nuts. But if you look at it compared to like earnings per share and stuff like that with AMD, it makes a lot more money than AMD, and its earnings per share is a lot better. So it's it'll be interesting to see what how these next quarters go. NVIDIA has a lot of pressure for them. They have a lot
of stuff coming out that basically is going to show, what they're about. So that's pretty cool. The server stuff and everything else. The compute power that they're making is just insane, bro.
It's nuts. Everything's using it.
AI.
Every company is just like buying as many as they can. It's crazy. It's just nuts. And I think they popped. What do they pop? What are they up after hours? I think it's like 5 or 6%. I can check real quick.
Well, everybody's a proud owner of NVIDIA stock right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, and NVIDIA is up 6% after hours, and they're actually doing a. It says it here in the Forbes article, but they're doing a 10-to-1 stock split right here on June 7th, which is crazy. So, I mean, it's not crazy, right? Whenever prices of stocks go up like that much, usually stock splits are coming. So, Apple's done it since every major tech company has done it. But, it's crazy. It's, let's see. They still make tracksuits. No, Mike keeps them in business. I do. Yes. Tracksuits are comfy. It's kind of like a joke now. That's why I'm wearing them on this show, but I travel in them. They're comfortable. I don't know. It's good. Mr. Goat, a year ago, GPT-3 was using 10,000 V100 GPUs networked together. Microsoft are deploying that much compute every month now. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not crazy, surprised. Man. Especially with their acquisition of OpenAI and everything. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And every company is doing that, right? Not just Microsoft. Microsoft is doing it then, but now, Tesla's doing it, or X. I'm not sure which company Elon's doing it under, but they're doing it. Google's doing it. Every major company. I heard something today on CNBC. Amazon is redoing Alexa, which is well overdue. I can't wait till Apple does Siri, redoes that. That's well overdue, because that was always like a personal assistant, right? To kind of have, and I use it now to set reminders. That's pretty much all, which I just figured out the other day or the other week. But if I'm walking around or doing something, I'll just Siri, set a reminder for an hour from now or whatever. But that's not AI. That's just regular machine learning and stuff. So
yeah.
Let's see. OpenAI wasn't an acquisition; it was a merger, technically. Yeah. I guess. What is that? Because it was a nonprofit. Was a nonprofit. That's why I guess it was called OpenAI. Right now it's for profit. How weird. How weird how that happened.
Crazy.
But yeah, it's nuts the amount of compute that's going out there. And I saw Batter Ace mentioned Flux POUW before their releases POUW. I mean, that's going to be just another thing that's going to bring in all this compute that's going into these language models now. Are there? I don't feel this way, but they are like all the new top of the line NVIDIA cards where POUW is going to be able to utilize all the older cards. And we talked about it a lot, but it's a lot of getting all of the other compute that's out there, 3070s, 3080, 3000 series, 4000 series cards that people are GPU mining on, switching them to projects that can mix with mining rewards and make it more profitable and everything like that. So it's strategic partnership. Yeah. So you get like GPU cables and GPURisers. Yeah, we're partnership. We could merge, Dave.
Anything could happen.
Yeah, you never know.
You guys never know.
Let me bring up this actually. Stop screen present. Window. Where is this? I have too many. I should have closed some of these things before this. Here we go. Is this showing up? Yeah. See, I mean, GPU mining still is. I'm surprised that it's as profitable as it is, and with bigger names like Ergo. I know people are still doing Pyron, but 4080s. What was it? Ironfish. I keep seeing Ironfish pop up. I kind of want to get like a little baggie of that.
You know, I never got into it.
Yeah.
Never got into it. I don't know why. I bet everybody in the chat, they probably dabbed into that a little bit, but
yeah,
I don't know what it is. I never got into it.
Yeah. Yes, someone did. I think it was it King that did like an interview with Ironfish, with their devs or something. I think he did something along that. And I know anyone that's been watching for a while, like any project that has like names behind it, like actual people that come out and like that's why I'm a huge advocate for Flux. Right. Is it makes me interested in the project, right? Where there's people putting their name there. They have like I can't stand LinkedIn, right? It's everyone just fucking patting themselves on the back. But but when you have like history of these people, where they've worked, where they've come from, it shows that it's like a solid project, right? And I like that about Ironfish, Fishy Coin. Yeah, it's I don't know a whole lot about it off the top of my head, but I did do a lot of reading into it when it first came out, but not a lot since then.
So, people were talking about it a little bit, and then basically it just kind of faded away, But there was a lot of talk about it, last year I think it was.
Yeah. Mr. Goat, Sam Altman told investors, "I will spend your billions of dollars making this AI, then going to ask AI how we can make money with it." Yeah, I remember seeing that video, Goat. Yeah, and who knows? I mean, I know we mentioned that before, but maybe before GBTs were released like openly to the public, maybe they did somehow create AGI, and AGI said this is how you should roll it out to the public. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Who knows?
Never know.
It's crazy, especially with like I don't know. I love the conspiracies around AI. It's great. I got to watch like all the Terminator series again and everything like that. I'm gonna get into it, but but like I said, with GPU mining and stuff like that, I know the profits aren't great for a lot of people, but they're not negative, right? Like there's been so many times with GPU mining since I've started, like 8 years ago now, like just you would look up profit on Ethereum, right? Because it'd just be negative, or maybe there were times where like these other coins would come up like Grin and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, this is super profitable for this week and everything like that. But seeing like anything in the green right now with GPU mining is a win, I think. And mixing that, of course, with proof of useful work and everything like that is just going to boost it, right? You're doing 21 cents of profit a day, dual mining Ergo and whatever that is, and you might be able to double that, right? 40 cents a day. Then it starts making sense, right? With a 3080, looking at 21 cents for a 3080 right now is kind of like, but I think everyone watching, including myself, we compare a 3080 with like $1,000 still. Like it's still like, I don't know, at least for me, that's where it is in my head. But really you can get these things for a couple $100, then you're like, okay, you know what I mean? It starts making a little more sense then. And that's kind of where I feel like I don't really have a whole lot of mining equipment right now. I don't have any 3080s, but if I did have 3080s, I wouldn't be like running to sell them right now, but I also wouldn't really be running to buy them right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of in the middle there. Mr. Hawk Crypto, Ironfish was a VC funded scam. Okay, I could tell I could tell you're a fan right now, Mike. Ironfish was a VC funded scam that ICO'd at $150 and tanked immediately to $3 in a couple of days. Complete garbage, was not fairly launched. Facts. All right, Mike. Not most, but that's not uncommon, right? With ICOs, I'm not going to even compare with IPOs because you could just ICO anything, right? You could just go make a coin, but that happens with IPOs too. It does. Actually, here, I'll pull this one up since we're talking Here, let me see. Can I like do dark mode with Yahoo Finance? I'm just gonna. Everyone's gonna get blasted by this. Sorry, guys. Why is that not coming up? Oh, okay, that's definitely not what I wanted. Okay, well, what is it? What's their ticker? That's what I'm forgetting. Oh, okay, there it is. Since we're talking about IPOs, here we go. This one was, I'm just doing this because this was a recent one. Let's see. So this is Oklo, which this is related in part to Sam Altman, like OpenAI, which I'll talk a little bit about this too, because there's not a whole lot of news other than the ETH ETF, and you know us, we don't really talk a whole lot about these random coins. But here, Mike, since Mike brought that up, they IPO'd. Where was it? No, I think it was right here. Yeah, on the 9th. Is that when Oklo did? Yeah. And you could tell it went from $18 down to $8. So,
Jesus.
And since then, it's kind of gone down a little bit. But yeah, Robinhood's IPO was awful, but that's Robinhood. But it happens a lot. It happens like a whole lot. But of course, ICOs have, there's no transparency really with them. So,
right. It just happens, and that's it.
Yeah. But let's see here, Mr. Goat. Copilot Plus machines are taking the Gen AI processing down to the machine level with NPUs. How can we use NPUs to mine crypto? Yeah, I mean, maybe they would be working like in parallel with in addition to the blockchain. The blockchain problems that traditional projects have, like congestion, high fees. Maybe there'd be a way where it doesn't necessarily dual mine, but it has like another function with another processing unit that can do some kind of validations, right? I know that's pretty broad, but I'm just, there's going to be a way that some projects find a use for it, right? Kind of like they did with any processing unit, and everything like that. Coinage, how's communication with Octominer? I think it's good. I haven't spoken with Octo in a while. Spoke with Chili the other day, which I guess is Octo, so I spoke with him. They seem to be around. Mr. Brian Hollywood, I don't mind Ironfish simply because I don't like the name for a cryptocurrency. Hey, there's no problem with that. Crypto Craig, the key is finding projects that are cool that you can get a great yield on. I was solo mining a Lithium Casper Radiant over a year ago with nearly zero profits, but I stacked bags due to high yields. Yeah, I mean, that's really the name of the game when it comes to times like this, right? Do you want to, I don't want to pull up the thing again, but 21 cents mining Ergo, if you want an Ergo bag, great, you know what I mean? Then you could do it and everything, but what's the difference between that and something that's 8 cents that you might believe in the project for and get a higher yield for and think that it's going to catch on, right? Especially once YouTubers start promoting it and everything like that. So I agree with you 100%. And I see a lot of people doing that, and I agree with it. Like I said, Ironfish, I don't know a whole lot about it, but getting a little bag of like these different little coins, it can't really hurt. You know what I mean? It's I don't want to say it's gambling, but it's, who knows? We've seen like a lithium, like you said, Alf. I mined that prior to the ETH merge, and I was mining like, I don't know, I think 600 a day or something like that on my farm. And I did it for a video originally, and then I left it for like a week doing it. And because the profits weren't that bad, I mean, they were way better than what anything is now. But compared to ETH, it was kind of like, it was not as good as ETH. And at that point in my mining adventure, I guess you could say, it was more of a business where I was like, I got to get a return on these cards as soon as possible. You know what I mean? Because I was putting up rigs like every week. So, but yeah, if I just would have held that, that would have been great, but I didn't. I sold it for cents, but You know, I learned my lesson with that. The Caspa, I never got on the boat for that, which I regret. So it's worth it, right? Especially when you see YouTubers like mining these different things, or they have like, you know, these thumbnails of like this, like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make $1 million doing this. Like, you know, it's not worth like throwing a bunch of money in, but it might be worth throwing your, you know, rig of, you know, 3070s or whatever on it for a little bit, because it might gain traction again. That's what happened with the lithium. So is that how you pronounce it? Lithium? Lithium? Yeah.
Lithium.
Yeah. Endless Mining. What's up, bro? Dom G, I just got your card out yesterday, by the way. A little bit late, but you guys know me. Just Mine Pug Dag, new Caspa fork again. Yeah, I guess that's how you know a coin's big, though, is when people start forking it and the fork becomes big, right? Let's see. I'm just going to catch up on comments here. Smash the like, bros. What's up, dude? NVIDIA will deliver a GPU workstation that will destroy ASIC boxes in time. Maybe. Yeah. I guess who knows, right?
You never know. Yeah.
Son of a ravish. What say the banana prices here? Let me pull up the banana price index.
You say we're going to go over that this week. What's going on?
Let's see what we got here. Global price of bananas. Oh, you got it here. I'll go back to Okla. Remind me to go back to Okla, because this is an AI conversation I want to have, because I don't normally shill projects, but this one's cool, so I'm going to shill it. It's not a project; it's a company. Here's the. If anyone wants to be scared, here's the banana chart. But this goes all the way back to 92. So let's zoom in. Oh, we're down from March. Okay, so
they heard you, Mike. They heard you.
Yeah.
The people heard you.
See, I was complaining in March about this. April, it went down.
See?
So, yeah. Yeah, but the global price of bananas is still quite high. So, I still need to do the chart. I'm going to do a banana Bitcoin chart and everything.
The only way to survive, you have to go to Costco or Sam's Club or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Mr. Coinage, new R8 boards. I don't know. They are no longer making parts, only covering warranty items. Yeah, that's from my understanding. That's what it is too. So, GPURisers has, I think, I don't know the exact number of units, but we're probably a couple weeks away from no longer selling them, and then we have to ourselves basically part out some of these Octaminers to be able to even cover warranty claims.
Wow.
So that's why we're going to keep some in stock and everything like that to be able to make sure our customers are taken care of. But Dakar, what's up, man? Corn Rocks, yeah. Mr. Gordon Murray, lots of mineable coins coming out on TON network. Yeah, actually, that was just I had it up here a second ago, but I saw that that was actually really profitable the other one of the other weeks.
Rabid Mining did TON, didn't he? He was like the first one that did TON.
Yeah.
I remember him doing it, and then there was no way to exchange it, though, from my understanding at the time. Like it was.
That's profitable. A good feeling, right? Yeah. Like, look, I mean, look how much money I made. I just can't.
You just can't exchange it for anything. But I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I can't move it out of my wallet.
Maybe you can now. It was what the hell? It was. I forgot. It was in some country or something like that. That like, Rabid Mining like found a way to do stuff. I forgot, man. But I remember TON. I remember him doing it, and I remember him trying to get it on an exchange or something. I don't know, but. It was interesting with the way he was explaining it, though. When he gets these like coins that just come out and stuff like that. So, so
let me pull this one back up. Now that we got the bananas. Okay, I'll keep everyone updated with the banana prices. Don't worry. Let's see. Crypto Craig transitioned to 8x GPU cases from Guntus. They have even better spacing at 70, but loud. Crypto Craig, do those have like any kind of like firmware that are integrated with Hive and stuff? Because that's really why at least Terra has been using Octo and everything. Like we can't imagine managing like a farm at hosting at least without something like Hive, being able to integrate with hard resets and Octo fans and everything like that. But Smash like where we got mangoes $0 per pound in Jupiter, got thousands of them in my backyard. Yeah.
Nice.
I have coconuts in my backyard. I'm down in Fort Lauderdale area. What's up, man? Juan Francois JFA. I know I'm just messing with you. I always butcher that. But yeah, Oklo, that is that's like affiliated a little bit with OpenAI. Well, not OpenAI, Sam Altman, like the CEO of OpenAI. Theirs is interesting though. It's like clean energy using the waste from nuclear power plants. So like it kind of like, how like now, Dave, do you know what we do now with nuclear waste? I'm just wondering if it like, basically you just truck it around, or they just bring it to some like bunker in the desert and it just sits there and it's just forever sitting there until it like half the uranium or plutonium or whatever they use in it, like the half-life just keeps going. So it's just sitting there radioactive. There's no way to like, what's it called?
Dispose of it. Yeah, it's not disposable.
Yeah. So Oklo is doing that. It's creating clean energy by, using the waste of this stuff somehow.
Nuclear waste.
Yeah, they're putting like the old rods in like these tanks of salt water that are like separating it out again, and they can then reuse it or something like that. But it's interesting seeing, I think Sam Altman's interested in this because he's starting to realize that the next hurdle that there's going to be with AI and compute, and especially once AGI is like active among multiple different companies and it's like real world, real time compute going on 24/7. I don't think that any electrical grids are ready for this. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to build data centers that have like a gigawatt of energy to do this. And then even if you do build a data center that has something like that has like a gigawatt of power, what utility company is going to be able to produce that? And so in my head, I think, or not in my head, my conspiracy based on education, factual stuff is, I think that they're going all the way back to the energy production. You know what I mean? They're going to like step one in how they're going to build mega data centers like this. And so, yeah, I know I kind of went on a tangent, but Oklo, they IPO'd and it tanked immediately after the IPO. But I did pick up some of the stock the next day, so still down a little bit on it, but I am bullish on Oklo. It's interesting project.
What was the updates on it? Any updates of what they're doing or
Oklo?
What their plan of action is? Like, what's the info?
Here, I can pull up the website. It's since you asked. Let's see.
Hoping the website is night vision, guys. Trying to help you out.
Yeah, here we go. How do I turn on the light mode on this, Dave?
How do I turn on the light?
Crypto Craig, no, you have the standard high features only. Those controllers from Octo were designed in-house, from my understanding, and what made them great. Yeah, that is what they were designed in-house. The environmental sensors and everything. It's that fan controller that has everything on it. So yeah, that's the thing. That's like the selling point on Octo. That's what sold GPURisers on doing a white label for Octo or with Octo, was because when we were originally going to look to not compete with them, but come out with our own server case, and after doing like a lot of research on this, it was like, why reinvent the wheel? You know what I mean? This it's already a great wheel. The X8 Ultra is a great product, with everything in it. So, that's why we never came out with our own, because we're like, okay, this is going to cost not only so much in R&D, but we're going to have to like spend. This involves multiple different parts, right? Like you're gonna need your own software, your own firmware, you're gonna need your own custom PCB boards, which we did with risers, but we never did to that extent, like Octo did. So they are great. Travelers Travels, what's up, man? Bananas are radioactive. isn't everything radioactive? I guess a little bit. Let's see. Putting old rods to use again, powered by Oklo, sponsored by Pfizer. Yeah. Mr. Red Panda Mining. What's going on, man? What's going on? I need to send you a message on Discord, Panda. I just want to say hi. I know I've been busy. I know that you're extremely busy, so I miss you, man. Hope everything is well. I know you went on that trip recently, so we'll catch up. We'll catch up, Panda. Are they developing fast reactors, Oklo? And what's up, Max? Good to see you too, man. I believe so. I believe that they said by the end of the decade they're going to be on, which is 6 years. But for nuclear power, that's extremely fast. Where is it? Was it energy? No, this is their main page. Was it this one? I don't know. They had somewhere on here. I didn't like super go in depth on their website with it, but where did they have that? I think I was actually in the investors section. Yeah, if you guys are interested, it just seems like a very cool company. Where do they have this? No, but it's not like right because like I like companies that are like looking into the future, right? They're like, oh, we want to do fusion reactors and this kind of stuff, but like fission is more than enough that we would ever need, right? Like fusion's cool to think, but fission is like the same reactors that like we've had since like the 70s and 80s. And that's what Oklo is doing. They're not trying to like create fusion or do anything like this. They're just trying to reuse the waste from all the other reactors out there and trying to turn it into energy and everything like that. So I think I read somewhere just on the waste that we have of nuclear waste, we can power the United States for like 100 years. Just on the waste being, what's it called? Enriched again? And re-enriched? I don't know. What's
the thing was because reactors, can blow up, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's just a concern. It's of making sure that they could harness this energy and not blow up.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
Just have a complete meltdown.
Yeah, but you have a lot of I guess there's a lot of lobbyists too that are not going to like want this to happen, right? Because of the the possibility of something catastrophic could possibly happen, right? Mm-hmm. But it's to our best interest to gain as much information as possible to make it happen, because it will be better for us, long term. I imagine that we're able to do that, and then everybody's saving electrical money, but it has to do with the pockets too, right? So the
a lot of it is political. You know what I mean? So
it's like,
unfortunately,
Oklo is deploying advanced.
Yeah, it was somewhere, but it's funny you mentioned that because it also, Dave, because it mentioned like lowering electrical costs for everyone, right? Which would then have, in my eyes, that's what I would argue, right? Like in favor of, that would be one of my points of arguing, not just the clean energy side, but and stable energy production side, but also the cheaper energy it would produce for everyone. Because then all that money that you're saving on electric, you're just going to go buy shit with, you know what I mean? Or like fix up your house, or you're going to,
it's going to go back into, into the world. So it's
or if it goes into savings, it goes into the markets, which goes into the economy and everything like that. So it, I'm a big believer in nuclear energy, but we just had so many scares, right? We had, Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island. We've had, a couple close calls. Japan had the one in the ocean that went boo-boo. But there's been a couple, but I mean, like, think about that time, like how long ago that was. That was before we had like the internet, Chernobyl and stuff like that. Right. Like an actual internet, like worldwide. And it's things have come so far. And it was also the Russians doing it, right? Like they're not known for like the best quality builds, I guess you could say. But yeah. And yes, Panda, please come fly over to Florida. Let's wait. I guess we'll wait till it gets cold up there, and then we could plan another trip and in Disney
Nice.
World. What's up, Scott Sheffield? What's going on? TVM, are you going to disrupt?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take that answer for today.
For today.
Yeah, Goat saying you better. Yeah. What is going on in here? Joker Miner, we're talking about nuclear power.
Yeah. Mike and I are going to open a business up,
Yeah.
making our own nuclear power. So
Yeah, me and Dave are currently trying to source uranium. Can we say that on YouTube? I don't know.
I don't know if we can.
If my channel disappears tomorrow, we all know why.
FBI just goes with
Yeah, a live stream my house getting raided.
Jesus.
No, just you can buy like tiny amounts of it, right?
Can you?
I don't. Maybe. I think if it's like a minuscule amount, you can.
I don't think.
But I know with Oklo again, I'm not shilling this just to shill it, guys. Like, don't buy it if you don't want to. It's risky. But
It's risky.
they had to like get it through a university. Like the process for nuclear energy is like just ridiculous. Like to get anything, if you look at like their time frames on like, that's why I think it IPO'd now and like they're coming to light now, is because it's like if me and you, Dave, wanted to start something like this, like a nuclear, like some kind of nuclear power production, like it would be like, even if we had funding and we had like, you know, we were both nuclear scientists and like, you know, all that kind of stuff, and we were like ready to go, we had all these plans, it would be like 10-15 years of just regulatory like red tape, like to get all this stuff going. And
F it. Let's start the lie now, Mike. We're scientists.
Yeah, exactly. Let's call it
Podcast.
Department of Energy.
We're Department of Energy.com.
Yeah.
And that's it. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
My
But
God.
yeah, Fukushima. Yeah. I mean, there's still pumping radioactive water into the ocean every day, melting starfish. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's but what's worse, right? Like how we're producing energy now, and it's like the macro effects of that too, like worldwide, right? Like we're relying on other countries for this. You know what I mean? Like the Middle East can just be like, nah, you know what I mean? Like they have their meeting every year or something that dictates like what our prices are going to be and stuff. It's like, it's ridiculous. So especially when we can just generate it all here. Mr. Blue Dragon Mining, what's up, Blue Dragon? Those reactors have had problems. Our older generation models, the newer ones, don't have those failure points. Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, I don't know. I'm sitting here acting like I'm a nuclear physicist. You know what I mean? I have no idea.
We do. We know everything about it now.
Yeah. All I can compare it to is like cars that were made back then. You know what I mean? Like now we have rockets that the boosters land themselves. Like it's a lot different now. You know what I mean? And we're building AGI that's going to be smarter than us probably, so they can help us guide the way. You know what I mean? Like do this. And
oh my God,
I think this is it's good. And I think Oklo hits the nail on the head. That solves the problem that I feel like people will complain about, right? Like, oh, well, it creates this nuclear waste that we can't do with, anything with. Well, they can recycle it, right? So, and he's gone. Yeah. Hold on, guys. There's a knock on my door. I'll be back.
And see you later.
I'm not going to your door.
Thanks
Yeah.
for playing.
You can't buy any uranium without a license. Not with that attitude, Goat. Not with that attitude.
You need to be more positive about things.
Yeah, I got it. You're not in the right Telegram channels.
You're on the right website, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We're connected.
Contamination has its perks. Never need a flashlight again. Yeah, 100%. You ever see those videos and like photos of like the glass that's made that people have in like their homes, and if you have like a black light, it'll go. Nuclear ASIC for the win. Yeah. Please don't buy nuclear materials.
Only with our license.
Yeah, me and Dave are getting licensed. Don't worry, guys. Yeah,
coming soon. Tell you guys we were really busy.
Yeah, we're making a new R8, except it's going to power itself. It's going to have no power supplies, and you don't want to have it like near children or anything that's like biological. But like as long as it's like far away from you, you'll be good.
And my cables can handle it. My cables can handle it. So
yeah, the cables. the cables are uranium proof.
Yes, they're dipped in uranium. Will glow, travels. Yes, they will glow.
Mr. Joker Miner, Vistang, when are you hiring me on with Terra? Terra's not currently hiring Joker, but there may be some stuff coming in 2024, I would say. We are growing, lots of growth with Terra. Very, very happy with it. We'll keep everyone updated with that stuff too. If we're ever gonna obviously hire anyone, whether it's like part-time, full-time, like we're gonna go in the community first, right? Like we're not gonna go outside. It's better to always kind of hire within, right?
Absolutely.
That's it. I'm gonna do a nuclear power video, self-moderated reactors or self. Yeah. Let's do it, Max. I'll join in. ChatGPT will teach you how to build a power plant. Just be sure to use a VPN in the process. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that'll protect me. Okla is building a fast reactor. Fast reactors have been around Europe for a long time. Max, what's the difference between? I'm not going to say slow reactor because I don't know if that's a term, but what is the difference between a normal reactor and a fast reactor? Is it just like how fast you build it? I don't know. I'm genuinely curious. I don't know much about that. Turtle Tech, think of how many nuclear reactors are sailing around the oceans every day. Yeah. It's I know in the US they just drive them like on semis around. Like whenever the places get like full or something like that, they just drive them around. Like you might be on the interstate with like a semi. I mean, the Department of Energy has like, I think they obviously have like vehicles with it, right, that protect it, but who knows? And under them, yeah. I mean, it's such cool tech. Like nuclear power is so awesome. Like submarines have it, you know what I mean? Aircraft carriers, like an aircraft carrier, you know, I don't know why, but the other week I was looking at an aircraft carrier on Wikipedia. I was just like reading through it, right? And they're nuclear powered, and it's like, you know, service life, just the engine that's on it's like 50 years or something like that to like move this giant thing for 50 years around the ocean carrying all this crap. And it's just like, man, like I wish there's a way to like protect it, that we could give it to like all the container ships out there and have a tiny little one in the car and an R8, Dave, right? GPURisers and Rabid Miner nuclear scientists. Yeah, me and Dave are going to start live streaming nuclear experiments.
Oh yeah.
Barter for them. Yeah. If you and Dave get licensed, I'm going to live on Mars. Yeah. Well, we are licensed.
Yeah. We'll get there.
But yeah, it's interesting.
It's pretty interesting stuff, though. Honestly,
it is. Yeah, it's super interesting. I think we'll see it in our lifetime. I think we'll see a large demand for it. But it's again, you know, conspiracy theories. Like you got to look at it from a politician's point of view, right? They get elected office, and like their biggest priority is how are they going to get rich off of people like me and you, Dave, and everyone watching. You know what I mean? So like they don't care about anything else. They're just like, how am I going to get so rich that I don't have to be around any of these normal people? They're all peasants. Like that's like the oath of office that they take, right? It says like I have to long NVDA for years and take all the red tape off of anything that I invest in. But so that's when I think we'll see it, right? Is once politicians are like, okay, I can make money on this, right? Then I think we'll start seeing a rise in nuclear energy. So
Jesus.
It's let's see, slow reactor is not PC. You can't say that on TV yet. Oh, here we go, Max. Uses fast neutrons. There are currently 20 active fast reactors around the world. Largest one is in France. Fast reactors use typical nuclear waste as fuel. Oh, so it's kind of like this, like what Oklo is doing here. Why don't we do that in the U.S.? Is that I guess that's the golden question, right? I think of the politician. How are we going to get rich off of this, Dave? That's what we should do. We should just write a letter to Congress. Everyone should just do it and just be like, look, like let us just have nuclear energy, and you guys can get like 10% of our electric bill, right? We'll split the savings. You guys will still get rich and don't ever have to care about us, just like you want, and then we can get nuclear power, right?
And the peasants are happy.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta let the just don't. I don't want you in my country club, but like I'm just joking. Not all politicians are like that. Just most of them.
Just all of them.
Max voltage crypto. Aren't they module based or something, like a bunch of nuke Legos put together, making a bigger Lego facility? I got see this stuff like interests me so much. I'm gonna go do a lot of research on this tonight, Max. But the newer ones are, I believe, but not sure the old ones are. Mr. Endless Mining, thank you for the $5 super chat. Both of you are looking fresh. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Super chat also is the same color as my track jacket. News site GPUReactors.com. Yep, it's coming. It might be seized by the government, but
oh man,
I think I saw that down a YouTube rabbit hole. Send me links. If you guys have rabbit holes for that stuff, I love going down those. If you can make an absolute bulletproof self-moderating nuclear power plant, then it's safe. We don't do nuclear in the US because of its stigma. Yeah. Yep, Max, I agree 100%. It's and it doesn't make people in office rich, right? But
right.
Yeah, and I think it's just a bad stigma, right? But I think it should come back because it will eventually come back because there's going to be a demand for this. So much power here in the States for all of this. Grids were having problems supplying enough power for Tesla superchargers. You know what I mean? Like if grids are failing and having brownouts and all this stuff for that, I mean, once these data centers are created that are actually going to consume a ton of power 24/7, right? Kind of like crypto farms. That's just I think that data centers are going to be a lot more like that. Sometimes you have servers that are on, you have off, but once AGI and everything that's going on, continuously training language models are there, it's going to be a lot like how you would build an ASIC farm almost, right? Like load factors are going to be like 90-95%, whereas data centers now are not there. Then not even that. I mean, you're going to have the higher it goes, the more redundancies you're going to have on the lines, which is just, it's going to be a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if we see in 20-30 years just like smaller power plants like this one in the photo that they're thinking of doing. I'm not sure that's like a recycling plant or whatever, but just data centers that have their own nuclear power plant there, like an aircraft carrier or something like that.
I mean, think about all the money that we have to pay, right? So they probably have to do special fencing, make it like a bunker. Probably have to pay, a special fee to the cities and stuff like that of having that. Yeah. So I mean, there's revenue to be made, for the cities and townships and so forth. So I don't know. It's just like they all have to figure out how much money can we make. Is it beneficial to us? That's at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And then they can figure that out. It'll happen.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. It'll happen. So.
We sent all of our money to people who hate us, so they will be our friends. Exactly, Goat. It's the art of the deal, right? Let's see. David Hahn is the kid who built a reactor in his parents' backyard. How did he get it, Dave? Me and Dave are going to go do research on these licenses.
He has a license. I talked to him.
Yeah. Dave knows a guy over in Jersey.
Man.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit. Seemed about spot on to me. Pretty much all politicians do these days. Yeah, I know. That's what it is. Is Mike getting flagged by the FBI time? Maybe. Who knows?
I'll let you guys know if I don't speak to him tomorrow. He's gone.
Yeah,
I'll send out a tweet.
Yeah,
got him.
It's yeah. I don't know. I guess. I mean, saying you want to build a nuclear power plant's not bad, right? Like it's clean energy and stuff like that. That's really what we're saying, right?
Right. We
so
just want a better planet, people. That's all we want.
Yeah. Currently, the Department of Energy does not want nuclear plants being built. Current bureaucracy takes around 20 years for approval from people I've heard in the power industry. Yeah, Blue Dragon, check out Oklo because they just went public and they deal with all this stuff and like the timeline that they had. I don't even know if it's on this video. Let me see if it's on this video. This is a really nice video too. No, it doesn't show a timeline on here. But somewhere on this website, it's a lot on this website. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that, but yeah, Oklo has been doing this since like 2014 or something like that, like 10 years, and they just got recently like a license to be able to start like doing this, and they had to get the actual material from a university and work with a university to do all this kind of stuff. It's crazy. You need a nuke license. Yes, it's crazy. What's up, Retro Mike? Good to see you. When is CPURisers.com? Probably never. never been into CPU mining, but not that I've never like not interested in it. Like, you know, I'm a big fan of Monero, like privacy coins and stuff like that. But
Mike,
you don't need risers for you never know. You don't need CPUs or risers for CPUs.
Who knows?
But
who knows the way things are going.
I did always see who was it
in a riser and you just power it up. Imagine.
Yeah, it was what was his name? I don't know how I'm forgetting his name. Rabid Mining. He was always really into CPU mining. He still is, I think. And I remember his early videos. He had these things like stacked up like on a shelf, and it was just one after another. I thought it would be kind of cool. Like Retro Mike has those the cases for phones. I always kind of thought, why don't they make cases that are just huge for like a bunch of motherboards and CPUs and stuff? Which maybe they have. I don't know, but yeah. Being on a list has perks, always stable internet and priority flights. Perma banana. Custom computing, what's up, man? I need custom risers for my CPUs. Well, hit me up, Retro Mike. Let's talk. Whatever you need, I got you. I know a guy. Mr. Go, you ever see those videos from Asia where guys are taking grinders to old motherboards, cutting out chipsets to use on rebranded AliExpress motherboards? Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff from over there. Some crazy stuff. Let's see. Theoretically, you could use a 16x passive backplane to cluster CPU rigs. Heck of a bottleneck. Huh, that's interesting. I'm using GPURisers right now for the banana deal. Some of the pins should be taped off. I have a way to scale out CPUs now. Interesting. Oh yeah, hit me up, Retro Mike. Any way I could help. That is interesting though. Joker Miner, Veteran Miner, did the Hobbyist Miner reach out to you about Alphapex?
Oh yeah, that's the company with the I'm a script miner. No Joker Miner hasn't. But yeah, that's a script miner. I think they're sponsoring Mining Disrupt this year, that company. From my understanding. That's what I got out of it. Is that what you got out of it too, Joker Miner? That they're sponsoring Mining Disrupt? Like they're gonna be a big sponsor or something like that. They're gonna be everywhere. But they're the new script mining company.
LFX. Where's the here it is, here's the floor.
Where are they at?
LFX. Booth 345.
Is that right there when you come in, Mike? Is that where
it's on the I don't know. It's on the other side of us. That's a huge booth that they have. That's like the biggest booth you can get. Oh, that is their main. That is the main sponsor booth. That's where
sponsor booth. That was
boot.
Yeah. So they're gonna be sponsoring. So where's the show though? Like media and sponsors and stuff like that. Like who has the big PP Energy? I guess they do.
I think so. Yeah.
Huh.
I'm secretive with my stuff. I'll hit you up next week. All right, Retro Mike, no problem. It's good to be kind of secretive too, right? Like I'm kind of that way too when it comes to mining and stuff. Yeah, they got a nice big booth at the front. They do. I hope they have pizza like Pegapool there.
Oh my god!
Me and Dave ate so much pizza last year.
Oh. Hey, today was like wasn't today Bitcoin Pizza Day? Right? I had pizza today.
Is that that's where it's like the 10,000 Bitcoin for the 2 Papa John's pizzas? Was that today?
I think it's today. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Let me know in chat. But yeah, so they're the sponsor. So
Yeah, that's today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's today. But so I guess they're the big sponsor, and I think they only have 2 script miners. That's it right now.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. Hobbyist Miner had a live show with them on there, and you know, they care about quality and everything else. Something that you really don't have like any of these like companies that like Bitmain or anything like that, right? They're good units, but it's just like sometimes you could just see like quality in certain things, like certain companies, you know, because they're ASIC miners, and then you have to send things out of country and stuff like that, right? But I'm just saying my opinion. So far, so good. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Company, and
it's a US based company. I don't know much about them.
They are not, but they are they have like a repair facility in the USA, right? I think in Texas. They also have they're going to be shipping from like Delaware or something like that too. So like you're not going to get these units, you know, coming from Shenzhen, China, you know, or they may just come from like Canada too, because I think they have a facility in Canada as well. So, you know, I don't know.
It's not gonna be another Ice River situation.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. I know people do have these units. I would like to get a hold of one of these units, you know, to see how they're put together and everything else. I'll talk to them when I get there, Money Disrupt. But it's just it's something different that I don't know. They talked a good game. That's all I can say.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, if they're the main sponsor of the event, that's big.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, Terra's going to be there for anyone watching that probably knows already. We're going to be in booth 79. We still got to get stuff uploaded to this website for it, but yeah, Ice River is going to be there. Bitmain or Bitmars, Ice River. That's going to be a fun one. I feel like they're just going to get roasted the entire time for not pasting their stuff, but who knows? Who knows? Arc's Crypto Mining. What's up, man? A couple Modelo's with taco pizza. Nice.
Well, the booths are full?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, red wine. Red wine makes you feel so fine. Yeah. It sounds like they may reveal a new home miner there too. I like the home miners. I really do. It's the KSO, I like the idea of it, right? The thing just gets like really high. It could be obviously designed better. And you know with the plugs more than anyone, Dave. But like it's I do like seeing like little tiny mini ASICs that are like really easy for people to get into, right? Like that's it was always a huge barrier to get into ASIC mining because it's like, okay, you need a 240 volt outlet,
right?
And you need it's going to be loud as shit. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a lot of heat. You know, how are you going to control this? But I like the KSOs and the idea that you could have like a small one and still participate and get used to it. And kind of, you know, eventually get into the other stuff, but you could still at least get into it with 65 watts or 100 watts or whatever they over. I know people overclock them to 700 watts as they explode or whatever now, but and yeah, the Mars landing things I've seen those. So I'm a big fan of that. You know who did that? That was really interesting. Was the company was I don't know. I think Evergreen Miner. Is that the one with the Chia hard drives?
Chia stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Chia stuff was easy to get into if you had your own, you know, computer and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just like I really like products that are like.
That was an in-house company too. That was like I think they were in Canada or in the US.
Yeah.
You know, guys that were in the garage to start it off. You know, kind of like me. And
yeah.
You know, there was a huge Chia thing going on. One point. I mean, it still is, right? I think. But
yeah, I think Chia kind of died out a little. I can pull it up here, but yeah, no, it's just the product. I really like the product. It seemed like a solid product. I remember when Chia first started. I don't know if it was when it first came out or what, but it was like I was like burning through SSDs trying to do plotting and like getting everything going. But now you could do plotting through like GPUs and stuff. I've seen.
But they changed it. Like you could use GPUs now or something.
Yeah, but I think the project didn't like a lot of the devs just leave and everything. I don't know.
Not sure. Didn't follow it too close.
Yeah, because I think I still have like 1 Chia or something, 1.1 Chia or something, which, you know, at one time was $1,400.
Wow.
But
I mean, it's not dead.
Yeah, no, it's still there.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know what the actual project is doing anymore. Let's see what people in the chat are saying about it. You guys will probably definitely know more than me. What's Terra? Never heard of it. I don't know. I did hear it's the best hosting company in the United States, though. Most transparent one too. I don't know. That's just what I heard on the street.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Interesting. I'll look them up.
Yeah. Retro Mike Tech Vistang. I'm on Broadway. Be jelly. I am jelly. I will be there for Nashville LTC that for the one day, and then BTC the day after, 2 days. Chia was the death of me. Why was that, Custom Computing? Compressed plots plus having, yeah. I messed up so many of them. I don't know what it was. There were like videos on how to do like speed plotting, and it was just like burning up SSDs. And then whenever I left it overnight, it would be, of course, there'd be like some error, and it would corrupt these like plots that were made, and it was just like
you're supposed to use hard drives for it.
Yeah, that's what it was. But you would have to plot using like an SSD or an NVMe. You know what I mean? And then it would move it to the hard drive after it was done plotting. Like it would create the plot on the SSD, and then it would move it to the hard drive. I think something like that, and it would just burn these things up because SSDs and NVMe's have read write limits and everything, and it was bad. Chia community is currently up in arms right now over compressed plots. They got laid off. Who knows? Maybe it'll come back. I don't know. What's the latest with that stuff? Glad I avoided it. Yeah, I don't know. I've read that you could plot with GPUs. I think that was the most, and that a lot of people left. Chia's dying. They fired a bunch of people after their ICO failed. Yeah, I mean, look at the chart. Speaking of, we were just looking at Ironfish, but I mean,
yeah.
A
lot of projects are gonna come and go. That's just life, man. And it's going to continue to happen because it's like small businesses, right? A small little business came up, and basically within a year or two, they will either be in business or fail. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, Gordon Murray saying you can do it. You can plot fully in RAM GPU. Retro Mike plot time is 6 minutes now. Jeez. I remember there were these programs. What was it called? I don't know. It was like a tool that came out basically that allowed you to do fast plotting and stuff. So it was like this add-on that you had to do at the time. And I think I still actually have it. I have a five hard drive bay enclosure thing that connects. That's what I did it on. I think I have 8 terabyte drives in there times 5. So it was nothing crazy. I mean, what is that? 40 terabytes? Is that what it is? Yeah. So I filled up, I put them in RAID, so it was like one big thing, and I was like slowly filling them up, and every night whenever I left it, it would just error, problem. Once a lot of the core devs left, I turned off. They had a great team at one time. Yeah, it seems like they just disappeared. Mad Max, that's it. That's what it was called. I remember that. Yep. Mad Plotter, Mad Max, yeah. It's been a few years. There was something like that. I think it was Mad Max. That was back in the day where you're like, I don't know if it's malware, but it's gonna make me rich, so I'm gonna install it on my computer. Who knows? It's yeah, that was kind of like risky back then. Downloading this stuff. Now I don't like download anything on my computer pretty much, unless it's like, like a direct file, you know what I mean? And anything with wallets or anything like that, I just do on VMs. I actually have a separate computer entirely on a different network for it. I don't know. Like, I just assume my home computer is gonna get hacked. Like, I just assume the Russians and Chinese are on my computer right now. You know what I mean? Like, I just
well, the FBI is right now. That's all.
Yeah. Department. They got to delete my photos of the nuclear reactors. So it's yeah, no, that's why I don't do anything on my computers, because it's anything crypto related, wallets, anything like that. It's always done off. King, Mining Kiing actually taught me so much with that. Creating VMs for wallets and stuff like that. But I still, on top of that, do it on different networks. So I hit a solo block way early in the project, right after it went on exchanges. Cash out 3K, never looked back. That's a win, Goat. Congratulations. That's sick.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. I remember people were solo mining with it or solo farming. It was called farming, right? With the plots. Yeah, solo farming.
Probably.
Crazy. Good. That's awesome, Goat. RAM plotting and compression was a game changer. Yeah, I think I probably was doing it for maybe 3-4 weeks back when it was crazy expensive and people were just rushing to make plots and hard drives were going out of stock like crazy, and I got out of it pretty quick because I think what happened was, that's what it was. You could plot more if you had like larger SSDs. So I was buying I think 2 terabyte SSDs at the time, which like now it's not a lot. It's a good amount, but price wise, it was a lot more expensive back then for these. And they were like $200 a pop or something. I burned like 2 of them up, like trying to do just destroyed 2 of them. I'm like, this is $400 I just destroyed. You know what I mean? Resale value is 0. And I have these plots that are farming and I'm making like no money doing it. And I'm just like, it was not definitely 80% probably a user error on my end for sure. But,
you would have 10x'd easy, bro.
Yeah. So it's that's my story. So Ted, what's up, bro? Mad Max made it so you could plot to RAM now. His newer plotter uses RAM and GPU to plot and is only a couple to make a plot. It takes longer to move a plot now than making it. That's how I think it should have been back then. But I mean, obviously they just started, but that is good to hear. It's unfortunate that a lot of the devs left and everything. Until the NFT plots came out, you could only solo farm. Oh, I remember pools with something too. Like people were creating these pools, and it was weird. It was weird. Custom computing with the $6.99 super chat. Thanks, man. Respect for everything you guys do. Thanks for the content and good vibes. I appreciate that, man. I know.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, we're not super into this coin or anything like that, but we kind of are just more broad about it, kind of reminiscing on Chia being down 98% from their all-time high.
Reminiscing the past a little bit.
Yeah,
this is what the show is about.
Yeah, I try to stay up to date as much as I can with mining and what people are doing, because I do obviously have access to Terra's management and their farm, so I see what people are mining, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting and everything like that. But it's it's just so hard to stay up to date with all of it and everything. So we're kind of just more broad on this channel, I think, and of course more business.
Running full-time business companies, right? It's just I don't know. I mean, maybe one day I'll have some time to dabble into the little projects here and there, but it's just it takes a lot of time, and then you have other content creators that are very, very good at that. They can cover all this. So I just feel it's like beating a dead horse. So it's just I'll just I'll watch other videos when I have some time just to see what's going on and just give my take on it. That's just it works for me that way. So
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. It's let the experts do it. I do occasionally go over to this. You see coin listed warthog. I saw this one, but which one was this? Here, let me switch over to this real quick. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these coins are familiar. Xano, I don't know anything. Ergo has been around for a while. Know a lot about Ergo. Pyron, Caspa Forks, Conflux has been, that's been around. Ironfish, I don't know what this is. Yeah, Raven Coin, I'm a fan of that too.
Even Cortex.
Yeah, some of these are interesting. Vertcoin has been around forever. Chlor is a good one too. Yeah, Graham's been around. Conceal. It's good to see all these. Flux is not nearly as profitable, but hey, it's still 10 cents. Neoxa, Firo.
Puro. It's the older
Yeah,
one.
there's a lot. It's like hard staying up to date with every project, you know, and everything. That's why I do want to build. Not that I'm not going to, but I am going to have another mining rig here, but it's definitely going to be a smaller one. It's not going to be, you know, like what I've done in the past. Yeah, I think I went from like my farm at one point had like 180 GPUs, and then it went down to like where it is right now, which I think is around like 30, but that includes AI too. You know, a lot of my stuff now is AI because, you know, Terra has like, you know, we have 5 people in Terra now, or 5 officers in Terra, and like, you know, Mining Kiing and Hawk, like you guys know, they're like really into the crypto side, and you know, honestly the AI side too. But my job has really been primarily dealing with the AI side, and the only way for me to understand it from like a business perspective is building these builds and doing it like that, seeing like what makes money, what doesn't, looking at it from the business perspective and scalability, right, and learning who's the end user doing all this. So like most of my time and everything has been kind of just towards AI, you know, really. But I do want to get another. I know we talked about this like last week, I think, Dave. It kind of is one of those things where the crypto mining turned into like it turned into a business because it was so profitable, and then it turned into a headache because you have so much of this stuff that you don't know what to do, and you're switching all these different coins, and it's like I see some of our customers, right, that have like one R8 or X8 or something like that. I'm like, that's nice, you know what I mean? Just one rig that you could find these coins on, switch it over to that for a week, then switch it over. But then we have some other clients that have like, you know, 25, 30 octominers, and I'm like, that's where I kind of zoned out from it at that point. It turned in from like something where it was like a job every day to go and be like, why is this card dropping? Why is this, you know, R8 failing? You know, is there this? Yeah, like overclocks are changing, and then all of a sudden there's you know, you a week goes by and you're like, oh, a new miner came out. Like if for one rig, that's great. But when you had it like at scale, I know I'm ranting about it, but you guys know what I mean. It kind of turned it into something that was like a hobby and enjoyable, into something that was like a bear to do. You know what I mean? Whereas the AI stuff on Vast is like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Ethereum mining, right? Where it's like, here's the machine, and you're just going to run it, and that's it. You know what I mean? You're not changing overclocks. You're not changing wallets. You're not changing. It was just easy
just kind of set it, forget it, and that's about it.
Yeah, just set it and forget it. So like,
make sure nothing's burning up, and that's it. Yeah,
like if I had to change stuff around on AI rigs, I would not be into AI right now. Not that because it's not profitable, not because it doesn't make money. It's just like it's too much with it, especially with the Terra side, where we're working with people from A to Z on the AI side. You know, I'm just trying to learn how these machines work and how to scale them and how to grow our compute and how to also figure out the people that are using the compute, what the customers are using it for, and always staying on like the forefront of that. And how can we provide certain compute that are specific to certain, you know, use cases that customers are using it for. So long story short, I will build one, but it probably will be like a 2-card or 3-card rig, because this one here you guys can't really see, but it's my proof of useful work rig. With that one, I had a 4090 in. I took the 4090 out. I don't think I'm going to replace it with a 4090, just purely because of the wattage. Like, I just don't want that running in here. It's hot already. Like, I'm tired of, you know, I want to wear my tracksuit and be comfortable, Dave. I don't want to sit on camera here just sweating bullets with 450 watts pumping out of that thing. So I want to get like a, you know, and that's what was nice about Flux Core too. I'm not going to just sit here and show Flux, but not that I don't want to, but it was mining too, right? Like when I had that machine going with the 4090, it was exciting because it was like, yeah, I can enable, you know, proof of useful work, AI rendering or whatever that was. But it's exciting because I'm like, oh, I can mine on this too. Here's, you know, I can mine Flux. I can mine, you know, any of these coins. Oh, well, that's up to date on their Flux Core system, but it got me kind of back into it. It was exciting because it's one card, it's easy, you know what I mean, and everything. It's not so standoffish and having to try all this different stuff, and it was just that's what I want. So that's probably what I'll build, is like something like that, but like a 3-card proof of useful work rig that can work on Flux Core, and then I can just mine on that. You know what I mean? And I think Flux Core is going to be integrated with a bunch of other, like, I don't know where I saw it, but they have like stuff going on with, you know, Nice Hash, and they have stuff going on with Hive. You know what I mean? So it's going to be easy to use and integrate with all this kind of stuff, which is going to be nice. So.
I mean, I only dabble a little bit. I tried to dabble. I was in Carlson, and then when basically they were able to get my money, and it wasn't that much, but they took my money and then, you know, transferred over to XMR, couldn't trace it or whatever. I was just like, I shut that thing off, and I was like, yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah. Dakar Tech, I had 6 super fast 2 terabyte Corsair MP600. Yeah, I only had 2, but I had something similar, right? Like buying like the high end ones, and I burned those up. Burned them up. Connect your wallet with Telegram bot and Ninja Pool, and I always go to Telegram whenever I'm trying to get support for my wallets. Always. All set. What's going on, man?
Oh.
Good to see you. Mr. Crypto Frank. Look at these fine gents. What's going on, Frank? Did you guys talk about Tau? No, not. I don't want to say not yet, but I don't know enough about Tau and BitTensor to kind of comment on it, honestly. I know it's a really cool project, really interesting, and it's a project that's like related to a lot about what we talk about. I tried to look into it, not tried to. I did look into it about a year ago, and I'll be honest, I just like it was over my head. You know what I mean? It was like, here's one line of code, or not code, but here's like a one line thing that you put in Linux and it'll run it and do this. And there's no like easy how-to guide. And I like spending time on stuff like that because I'm like, this is interesting. Let me learn how to do it. I just didn't have time to do it. But it seems like it has a very good community online. Like I'm part of their Discord and stuff, and I'll occasionally jump in there and see like what people are talking about. But definitely something I want to look into. I need to find the time. Honestly, it's hard finding the time with everything. Yeah. Batter Ace, go Flux, shill Flux. I want Flux Edge to actually come out for the rest of us. Yeah, I don't know again where I saw it, but that's the problem. I'm like part of these chats, and I don't know which ones are which.
What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, I don't know. I did hear somewhere that
like that though. I think he did mention that. Pretty sure.
What, like the end of the?
No.
You say it, Dave. No, what were you gonna say?
No.
I don't know how they don't kick me out of these things.
I'm not getting kicked out of nothing.
I think it was on there. Was it?
Mike said it.
I heard there's going to be.
It's coming out, guys. We don't know.
Yeah, there's something that's gonna be released by the end of June. So.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, released or not released. by the end of June. Not confirmed dates. I might have dreamt that, honestly. I don't know. But
we all have that wishful thinking, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, I don't want to be one of those, like, Dave and I are not like these YouTubers, right? Like, we're not releasing thumbnails like you're gonna get rich, you're gonna do this. Like, we just genuinely enjoy doing this and talking to you guys. Like, it like, and that's every thumbnail, right? Every YouTuber now is like that thumbnail, right? Like this, like how did I get so rich off this China box? But
apparently they want the banana in the mouth. I don't know.
But anyway. I'll be honest, like with Flux, like I've used it and everything. Like I'm not just saying it like because they definitely don't pay me for it, but like I've used it. I've used their alpha, their dev versions and everything, and they're doing a lot of work. Like it's cool. Like it is a cool project. I'll always support those guys, and like the updates that they're coming out with like pretty much every day, and like there's like I said, I'm part of like their chats, like some of these chats. I don't know which ones are which, you know what I mean? But like I see it in the chats. Like they are working with other people that are giving them like feedback, and they're actually like implementing all the feedback. You know what I mean? Like they're going to like a lot of people and getting like tons of feedback and implementing this before they send it out to more people and everything. And it's like, it's good seeing that, you know what I mean? It's not just like this fake product that you'll go on like these, you know, these projects that are promising all these things. Like, yeah, like there's no going around the bush, you know, like Flux is like push back a lot of stuff, like timelines don't get met, but like every company's like that, you know what I mean? Like, especially in like a tech industry like this, like timelines are going to get pushed back. That's just the reality of it. So I do see enough in the background that like they're very open to all the feedback. They want all of it, and eventually they're going to have this out. Again, I don't know what date, I don't know by which time. I had a dream and I think it said something about the end of June, but the it'll be more polished by then, right? And everything like that. So it'll be nice. Battery said, yeah. I'm not leaking anything. They I should probably change my name in all their chats so they don't know. I'm just joking. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting seeing it. They do have a really cool platform. I really like Flux Edge. I like that I could just have it on there and then access it remotely on here and have just a friendly dashboard. You know what I mean? Because that's what is going to make people adopt this stuff, right? It's the same thing how people got into mining with NiceHash. That's how you got into it, right, Dave?
Oh yeah.
It's
easy. It was
easy.
Simplistic.
Yeah.
Get it and forget it, or just watch it. Just watch it do what it does. It was so easy. You didn't have to know anything really.
Yeah.
At all. So
exactly, and that's what brings like adoption to crypto, right? And that's the thing. A lot of people watching the live stream and all the videos and all the content creators, they're always like ahead of those people, right? So like you're getting in on these projects beforehand, and you'll be the people that know how to do it when you have to literally have a wallet there's no GUI for the wallet or anything. Like you guys are the ones doing it like before everyone else, but to get people into the adoption that is going to pump all of these projects and give them the I don't know the right way to say the exposure that they're seeking. You need mainstream adoption for it, and that's where I kind of see Flux being able to do it. Like, you know, Flux is going to be able to go into educational universities and stuff and show this product and say, hey, this you can use the marketplace, you can pay with a credit card, and you can rent this compute, and you can run this instance of Stable Diffusion or whatever language model you want. They're going to upload all of them to it. It's just so easy,
they're partners with NVIDIA, bro. Like, come on. They're doing a lot of right things,
And then on the supply side for miners like us, we're still crypto mining, but we have the option to boost our profits by going off chain, which if you're doing AI proof of useful work, you have to go off chain. I'm not going to get into all the projects that don't do that, but like for them to go, you go off chain and you're not mining, but then it boosts your profits. So it's like, and if you don't want that, you know what I mean? If you want to just support the project, you don't want to do that, then you just don't enable it. You know what I mean? You have the option. You have the option. It's all there. And it's in a nice layout. The GUI's real nice in my opinion. So I don't know. It's what it is. But
I'm combating heat right now in my garage. That's why I haven't I was gonna make the rig, previews work rig, but I'm combating heat right now. I don't know, put the mini split on. The mini split will be more than enough, right? It's just like I have to open my garage door a little bit and stuff like that. Right now it's like 90, whatever time it is right now. It's almost 10 o'clock our time, but it's like 95 degrees in the garage right now. All I have is two AI rigs on, just two 3090s, two 3060 Ti's, and two KS0s. One KS0, one KS0 Pro. That's it, Mike. 95 degrees.
And you don't have the AC on, right?
No. I put the AC on, it literally gets like, 70 degrees in a matter of like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah. But it's
the problem is there's just no airflow.
Yeah.
It just
no airflow.
Yeah, you have like X amount of watts that are running that are, putting that much heat out, and there's no airflow. I mean, it's just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
And it's like turn your AC off in your house and turn the oven on. I mean, I know that's a lot more watts, but it'll start heating your house really, really quick. Crypto Frank, what is this chaos? It's always chaos, Frank. Always chaos. Leakage. I'm not leaking anything on here. I don't think so. I heard there's going to be something at the end of June. That's all I know. I'm going to mine out of the back of my Cybertruck. Yeah, you can do it. It has a 240 volt on there.
Nice.
So that's what I mean. Because with some Teslas, you get like free supercharging, right? I know that would just completely drain the battery having a mining rig in it, but can you imagine pulling up to like Wawa and you just see like a Cybertruck with an ASIC just blasting in the parking lot, just hooked up overnight to the charger?
Imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy. 10 minutes to midnight. We need cold fusion. I agree, but just because I don't know a lot about it, but it was on the Fallout series, so so no, that's my dog. The dog's like, yeah, I don't. Whatever. Sorry, Jeffy, if I did, but no, I don't think it is. I think that was put out there, or it might have been the marketplace. I know someone mentioned about something about that, or that was actually on Twitter. That's where I saw that one. But long story short, Flux Edge is coming. It's just getting more polished up, and
that's it.
I have no incentive to shill Flux. I have no, any other reason, but I do promise in the background, because I see it on the dev version of Flux Edge, there are updates almost daily, and it's the change log of like everything is just, it's a lot, and it's getting better and better. It's a more polished product. Cybertruck ran a whole ass gas station after one of the recent tornadoes, pumps and everything. Saw on TikTok, so it must be true. Yeah, I saw that. I think Crypto Frank actually sent me that video, but that was always something. I saw that with the Lightning, the F-150 or something. But it was, I'm sure the Cybertruck has the same thing, but it kind of takes away the need for like a home generator. Like if you have the setup in your garage for it, like where you're charging it, it can just equally reverse back into your home. And you can choose like what you want in your home being powered. So like your Tesla could just be your generator. You know what I mean? In the event of hurricanes and everything like that. So interesting stuff. But so me and Dave, it's already 10 o'clock actually. We have until 11 o'clock until we could file for the plutonium licenses. So we gotta go do that. Crypto Frank, you get the home kit free with the Foundation series. That's cool. Free hardware and installation. I wonder how they would do it at my house, because I was thinking that too. Like if I ever did get an electric car, we redid the electrical here in our home. Me and my fiance bought it, and we're like maxed out on our panel. I think we have like it's like a panel outside and a panel inside. And I had a 30 amp ran in the garage just for crypto stuff, right? Running it on 240, but we were going to upgrade our hot water heater, and I remember the electrician saying like, oh, we can't add, like, you can't have like a 50 amp or 60 amp for that, like one of those, those like real-time heaters that are like the tankless ones. It was like too many amps or something. We couldn't do it.
So now are you maxed out? Like, do you don't have any more openings in the panel?
Yeah, no, it's just max.
But like, what's the panel? Is it 200 amp?
150 amp? Actually, no. The inside, it's weird. We have the outside panel where like our handler and AC is. I know everyone's super interested in this. That's why I'm going over. We have the outside panel, which has like a 100 amp breaker on it, which then gets piped inside of the garage, which has, I think it's 100 amps in that panel that powers the house. But it's 150 amp. I think it's 150 outside, but that has the 100 amp, and then it has like a pool pump, a handler, an AC handler, and then like a 20 amp custom thing I had made for an entertainment system thing.
Yeah, you just might have to upgrade your wiring to like a 200 amp panel, Mike.
Yeah,
or a 300 amp panel, whatever you can do.
Yeah,
you should find out like what panel you can upgrade and what, because they're gonna have to do a main line, because obviously because you have above ground, right?
Yeah,
power. Yeah. So you have to see if just like, Yeah, you probably could do a sub panel too, like Crypto Frank's saying, but you just gotta make sure you have enough amperage.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, I would just do an upgrade. Typically, everybody has like 150 amp, 200 amp service these days anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, Scott Sheffield, on-demand water heaters suck anyways. Why do you say that? I'm just curious because apparently the only negative I heard from that... Yeah, well... Yeah.
What's negative?
What I did... The only thing negative I heard is, like, if you lose power, you won't have hot water.
It's true.
In a tank, we'll have hot water. And my argument to that's, like, if I don't have power, I'm already going to be miserable. Like, what's a cold shower going to do? You know what I mean? Maybe a cold shower will spark a little bit of dopamine or serotonin. Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Crypto Frank, exciting 120k I've spent. The amount of haters makes me want more. Just a sub ban. I do like the Cybertruck a lot. I do. It's I've seen a couple of them on the road now and everything like that, but that's the thing is you hear, like, I read a lot of like all these problems with the Cybertruck. Like I read a lot about it. Like it had this recall, it had that. But then when you look at like videos of people testing it and doing everything, everyone raves about it. Like everyone's like this, yeah, it has this problem, but it like this, it has like all these other cool features about it. So it's like, I don't know. It's hard. I know like 120k is a lot for a truck. That's the problem is like when you're looking at trucks and at the end of the day, it is like I don't want to say a work. I use my truck as like a work vehicle, like at least 2 times a week. That thing is like loaded with shit that like you know what I mean? Like this, yeah. It's I'm always moving stuff around. GPURisers, Terra, everything like that. We had a huge rack last week in the back of it from Terra that I had to bring up to Melbourne and. Yeah, but 120k is a lot for a truck because then you start comparing it to other trucks like a Raptor R. I could talk about cars forever. I'm not going to, but it is a very cool truck. I do like it. Reach out on Discord, give you a sneak peek to the wrap. Yeah, Crypto Frank has some cool stuff he's working on with that one. Freezing and pissed off, great. Yeah. Scott Sheffield, they're horrid if you have poor water quality / hard water. You have to flush it out all the time, and they're very finicky. That's a good point. That probably didn't get brought up because I think in South Florida we actually have pretty decent water. At least where I am, it's not like I lived in like I'm in the Fort Lauderdale area now. I lived in Orlando for like 8 years, and in Orlando I had like all these like I don't want to say skin issues. It was like dry skin, right? And it was always the showers and like any time I took a shower, it's just like I turned into like this like I look like a potato chip, you know what I mean? Like it was just like so dry. And when I moved back to Fort Lauderdale, it was all fixed, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's the water in Orlando is like really hard. It's like hard water." I'm like, it's water's water, you know? But it is true. Like I know a lot of newer like developments and stuff have hard water. Like I don't know. Then people put like water softeners or something in their homes that like help out with that. But here, it fixed all my issues. I'm like instead of a potato chip, I'm like I don't know, Dave. What would
I don't know.
Where's I look like give me something, Dave. Come on, I know you got something.
He said, instead of a potato chip,
yeah, yeah. But plus that you went 50 amp draw spontaneously. Yeah, that I didn't even think about that, right? Like the demand, like because I know like if there's a large demand right away, you can have a brownout in your house from the lights like dim a little bit or the TV will shut off or something. I don't know. Jesus. Tampa Lake swamp water, yeah. Yeah, I had this buddy that I went to school with, and he didn't live in Tampa, but he lived like in the middle. It was like I think a city called Bartow, and yeah, that was. I don't know why I'm getting into that. That's how you know it's getting late, but it was swamp. Yeah, it was lake swamp. So electric company's gonna have a party on your bill. The FP&L in Florida actually offers like unlimited electric charging at your house for like $40 a month.
What?
Yeah, there's like a deal. Crypto Frank sent it to me, but I have seen it before. So I'm sure. Frank's looking into it more now. Huh?
Plug in mining rigs because they're probably going to put a separate meter on that 240 volt line, right?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a meter on there.
Yeah.
You know that's for that. So then basically when you're not charging it, you put a freaking ASIC miner.
Just charge my car constantly. Or if you had it, you could charge your car and then have that just charging your house batteries. You know what I mean?
I mean,
that would be unethical, Dave. That would be unethical.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but it might work.
I mean, I'm just saying you could put batteries. Tesla has those batteries that you could charge too.
Yeah,
like the backup batteries, like the reserves.
Yeah, there you go. Travelers Travels moist. There we go. A moist potato chip.
Better than being moist arugula. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so now that we're talking about potato chips and stuff like that, we'll probably wrap it up here. But
yes, absolutely.
But yeah, no, it was a fun stream. I know there's not like a whole lot to talk about in the crypto field, especially when Dave and I were not so involved in like every crypto project that's coming out and mineable coins and stuff like that. And I know a lot of you guys, are into that. But any topics that you guys have that you guys want to talk about, we're open for. It's very broad subjects. We went from nuclear energy to potato chips, Dave, to everything in between. NVIDIA earnings. That's a big thing that I'm into is a lot of the tech companies and stuff.
Right.
So, but as news rolls in for crypto, we'll be here and everything like that. But we do appreciate you guys watching and. We'll see you guys next week on Dave's channel, right? That's going to be it's on my channel this week, so it makes sense. But
we'll probably do 8:30 too. We're going to try to stay as consistent as possible, guys, with the times. Yeah. So, and
I'll get you that banana chart, eatable zebra. I'll get it. But yeah, the banana conspiracies. We got to get conspiracy hats, Dave.
We got to do it one day.
I'm gonna get one. I'll put it over there, and then whatever. I'll put it on. But yeah, it's fun. We have a lot of fun with this, guys. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys are having fun too. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday on Dave's channel, and we'll have some updates for that. So I hope everyone has a great rest of their week, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a great night. Bye.